Kiffin, you will soon be dead. Akandal!
Jesus Christ, woman. Holy shit, she's fucking kidding me. She just zaps me with full health. Fuck. That ain't fair.
Pathetic.
You have bested me. Tradition ordains I must grant you 3 wishes, it seems.
You know exactly why I'm here.
Very well. I will help you. Albeit I pity the lass not at all. I shall do what I can to break the curse that imprisons her soul in the tree.
Why should I trust you?
A word once given, I always keep. Now be gone. Leave me be. I can tend to the rest alone.
Remember the deal we made.
I have given you my word. I will keep it. Adieu.
I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Now it's locked. I really don't like it. But I completely forgot the quest.
Giddy up.
Then inside. Later with that.
Damn it, where the hell's Jacob? Wouldn't abandon the tree of his own free will. Need to find him. Fresh blood and clear, deep prints. Looks like Jacob fled, chased by his dog. Morholt, where's your map? Damn it.
Fucking hell.
Check on Jacob.
I know this shit wouldn't end up well.
Damn it. Witch freed the ghost from the tree, as promised. Failed to add the specter to be insane, full of pain and rage. Possessed the first living creature it ran into. The dog. Dog then killed Jacob.
Fucking idiot.
Farewell, chivalrous woodsman. Sorry it ended this way. Life's rarely like a fairy tale. Still, folk have gotta have faith. Believe in something.
See what else do we got? I believe this is a good checkpoint. Try to clear the curse on our own. Yeah, again, Cyberpunk was very short. Yeah.
Park looks inhabited. No sign of the dweller, though. Guess I'll look around. Library of Honest. Conclave of Mages banned this tome. Notes on the use of yarrow stems. Interesting. Bones ground into dust. Warm. Smells inconclusive. No idea what ingredients are in there.
You gonna spit it up?
Arrow. Branch. Silk.
None but
Already.
you do.
What if
Then you.
the lady might have you had?
Of course.
I'll handle the curse myself without your help.
Go right ahead. I wish you luck.
Letting me go, just like that?
I could not have devised a better ending for this little tale. Our visit is done. Adieu. For never shall we meet again.
Adieu. Is there a cave on here? I have a mod for this fucking full damage for a reason. Like it didn't load. Holy shit. I just think it didn't load, nothing else.
Run, Roach. Come on.
So? You met the witch. You must have. What did you learn?
That witch? She's not near as bad as folks say. Made me bow and scrape, sure. But I know some sorceresses witchier than her.
Joyous bleeding news, but what about Daphne?
Daphne's kerchief. We'll use it to lift the curse. But we gotta start at the right time. When the hour comes, I'll light 4 fires for the 4 winds. Then begin the ritual.
Fires? Then I shall be of use to you after all. Seems you need wood. Much of it.
Chop as much as you can. I'll see to the rest.
Someone passed behind. Someone passed behind.
I've chopped and stacked the wood. What now?
My turn. Gotta light fires and talk to the woman enchanted in the tree. No idea how this'll turn out, so just in case, stand at a distance. And if you see me draw my sword, run.
Works hard on the nerves, eh? That's why you're so great.
Look your last to the world's four winds. From the south, not a word. From the east, no cry is heard. From the north, silent sighs. From the west, peer hollow eyes. Cease your vigil, dead he lies. Hear me, you who hide beneath this bark. Recall today who you really are. Behold a kerchief, proof of your love for another.
Daphne.
Damn it, got it wrong. Run.
A joke. What is all of this shit? Skeletons? You gotta be kidding me. Who told you to do that shit? Sure. I'm gonna die. I wasn't expecting skeletons. I'll just focus her.
Damn it, got it wrong. Run.
Remedy Witch.
Fucking fairy flaps, what the demon happened there?
My fault. Went about lifting the curse the wrong way. More like tore than freed her from her prison. Shock was too much. Released all the rage and pain that was in her.
Blimey, man. I suppose that's what I get for hiring a bungler. At least the lady's pain is done. She'll suffer no more in the tree. Now take your coin and go.
I'd rather take this. I'd rather take the ending like this. There is the one with a witch where you can nicely ask, I guess. I mean, I can try like that too. 3 different ways for this to go. Just in case, because I believe this quest can end in 3 different ways. We've seen what happens when she takes over the dog. We've seen the boss fight with the witch. We've seen the boss fight with, I think this was a Pesta, Daphne. And now we can nicely ask for her to remove the curse. Nah, it's not this, it's locked. Try this one. I think I have a checkpoint. I should have a checkpoint. Don't tell me. Holy shit, I don't have a checkpoint for a witch, do I? Tell me, is this one? I hope it's not a fight with a witch. It should be this one. That's a good one.
Hut looks inhabited. No sign of the dweller, though. Guess I'll look around. Warm. Smells inconclusive. Maybe no idea what ingredients are in there. Enclave of mages banned this tome. Bones ground into dust. Notes on the use of yarrow stems. Interesting.
I'm gonna speed it up.
There.
But it seems like there is no happy ending, no matter what I pick.
So,
Not
already.
you do.
What if
Then you.
the lady
It's a.
might have. You have.
Of course.
Leave the curse, please.
What if?
Gotta. I pro.
I'll humble myself, prostrate myself before you like the Gareth of the tale did. I beseech you to help me. Lift the curse that imprisoned Daphne in the tree.
When I saw you enter my hut, I thought, now there is a fellow who shall bend his neck for no one. Stand. None. Not even I can restore to the lass the years she has lost, can erase the suffering she has endured. We cannot bring her back to life, but I shall tell you how you might let her depart in peace. Yet my aid shall have its price. A lock of your hair.
How can I know you won't use it to cast a spell on me?
I require this. I must, for with it I will cast a spell to conceal me from you for all time, and will use it for nothing else. You will nag me never again, and you've nothing to fear, I assure you. I always keep my word.
I'll trust you against my better judgment. Lock of my hair's yours.
Splendid.
What do I need to do?
You must convince the maiden her beloved yearned to return, but perished in the attempt. Take her silk kerchief and a fragment of Gareth's remains. His bones lie bleaching in the cave beneath this rock. Fire must consume the kerchief and remains. And remember, your heart, your intentions must be pure. Clear?
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. And adieu. Once you walk out that door, never shall we meet again.
I knew it was the cave. I fucking knew it was the cave. This is the checkpoint where I refused and where I said I want to leave the curse on my own. And then you have a boss fight after it with Daphne. What if I go to the cave? Return to the bleeding tree to leave the curse, but there is a cave. And my mod for dropping down doesn't work, unfortunately, so I need to go around. How do I manage to get stuck? Ignore them. Kikimores. Shit keeps getting better and better. Holy shit. Ah, you're not dead. What the fuck, you're not dead? Son of a bitch, full toxic. What was the side I came from? What's this? What's that? His remains.
A knight's plate armor and some bones. Gareth's remains. These them. Wonder why the armor came apart. Magic? Or he just fall from a height?
We'll see if I have an option now to leave the curse. I mean, I got the item. Without the witch's help. Let's see how that goes. Fucking Kikimores, man.
So, you met the...
I can lift the curse, free her, by performing a ritual, making a sacrifice of her kerchief and Gareth's remains. But we gotta start at the right time. When the hour comes, I'll light 4 fires for
It's gonna work.
Chop.
We can speed it up. It's gonna work. Gareth's remains. I bloody knew it with a K. But at least now I see all 3 endings. So it's fine.
I've chopped and...
My turn. No, And if you
Speed it up.
look your last to the world's 4 winds. From the south, not a word. From the east, no cry is heard. From the north, silence sighs.
And Geralt burns along the way.
From the west, peer hollow eyes. Cease your vigil. Dead he lies.
She shouldn't wake up now.
Hear me, you who hide beneath this bark. Recall today who you really are. Behold a kerchief, proof of your love
I read
for
the chat.
another.
I read the chat. I just don't speak while the story is on. I'll tell you everything now.
Behold, a bone of he to whom you offered your love.
Gareth, my Gareth, he shall never return.
No, he won't.
Is his love for me gone? Did he stay true?
If I say remain faithful, then I do it well. Okay. First question, did I 100% Cyberpunk? No, there were fetch quests left only. I did all side quests and main quests. And all 6 endings. In exactly 72 or 75 hours, doesn't matter. Is Cyberpunk a huge downgrade compared to Witcher 3? I released a review on my YouTube channel for Cyberpunk. And you can check it out over there. Yes, it's a huge downgrade. He remained faithful.
Gareth remained faithful to the end of his days.
The time comes that I depart. I've waited too long. I've suffered too much. And now I wish to go.
Farewell, milady.
I thank you, stranger. And you, my knight. I thank you for speaking to me. For standing vigil at my feet.
I
That's
did
the
not
best
think
solution.
it would end this way. I hoped we could revive her. But I guess it was not to be.
No happily ever afters in life.
Happily ever after doesn't often happen in life, sadly.
You did well. Here, your pay. And the book is yours as well.
Thanks.
It's the best way
Take
to
care of
close the
yourself.
quest by far.
So long, Witcher. I must think. Put this straight in my head.
No, guys, no. It lacks the soul of Witcher. Witcher was a buggy mess also. When it came out. I played it on day 1. And it had hilarious bugs. Same as Cyberpunk. Now, okay. But at least it worked on all platforms. Cyberpunk only works on PC. That's the main difference. It lacks soul, okay? It lacks pleasant colors. like Witcher has, right? It lacks some good, strong NPCs like Witcher has. Right? It lacks good writing. It lacks quotes. Do you know how many quotes you have in Witcher? Dear God, you got thousands of quotes, okay? Thousands of hilarious scenes and moments and whatsoever, alright? In Cyberpunk, you have exactly 2 quotes in the entire game, and both of them are from Takemura. 2 quotes in the entire game, okay? Okay, in Cyberpunk you have real-world comparisons. Air pollution, viruses, hacking, brainwash politicians, poisoning from air with cyanide and aluminium and similar garbage from our world. But that's still not enough. It lacks soul. It really lacks soul. Not to mention that it's unfinished. Bugs, stutters, performance, that's aside. I don't care about it. I really don't care that much about it. AI also, it was completely brain dead. Enemies spawn behind you. Police spawns behind you. They got 0 chase mechanics. There is no traffic AI. Everyone in Cyberpunk acts like complete maniacs, okay? Especially you see that shit when you drive. It's a huge downgrade from Witcher. It's a good game, but it's a huge downgrade. This is the best way to end the quest. Oh, I can return to Hermit and have him judge my deeds. Yeah, straight away. I think we're gonna get Erendite. I'm not exactly sure. I might be wrong. I forgot. I said it all in my review.
Come on, Roach.
There is a review on my YouTube channel.
Hey,
I said everything I think about Cyberpunk over there. And it's a very long video also.
Whoa!
During daylight. Just look at this. There's not a, for example, just look at this. Alright? 5 years older game than Cyberpunk. There's not a single moment in Cyberpunk like this. They're just not. There's nothing similar to this, okay? Everything is raw edges. Everything. Even the background. Just look at this.
Take it
Look
easy.
at that. You won't find it in Cyberpunk. Am I close? I need to swim. The hermit judges.
You have proven the 5 chivalric virtues dwell in your heart.
Mean the sword's mine? I can dive in and take it?
The sword deserves the hand of a master. You
Yeah,
must
it's out of
prove your
that.
skills are worthy through combat atop the water's surface. Are you ready?
Anytime.
Then draw your blade.
That's so. It's like a fiery mage, and it's disgusting. Hermit.
You have proven worthy of wielding the blade, beyond all doubt.
What was Erendite? Silver or steel? Steel. I hope it's steel. But I love Iris. Iris is crazy, dude.
Behold, your Arendite.
We've met before.
Certainly. The hermit
Witcher
admitted he
1.
knew you, remember?
The Lady of the Lake.
It is I. Forget not that you are a man right and honorable, devoted to doing good. And for these reasons you received the blade. Now bear it. And I trust this time you shall not lose it.
What a fucking Erendite.
Just wonderful.
Shit, funny. Tell me you're steel. Fucking silver. Slightly better damage. 79. Each blow generates charges which increases sword damage by 10%. Their last over time or when receiving damage. Fully charged sword always deals critical hit damage. Killing a foe with a fully loaded sword will expand its charge to permanently increase the weapon damage. I don't know, shall we? Huge motherfucker, this sword. I mean, it's his sword, after all. How much is it worth? A lot. And still less than a Manticore. Funny. I don't know what to play with, to be honest. I'm gonna play a bit with Erendite. Why the fuck not? Quest. 79, 76. I think it's time for the main quest. There's really nothing else. Diagrams. Treasure. Stash. Chest. Diagrams. Ah, bonita. No, it's balancing issues. They'll need like 2 years to fix balancing issues. There's like maybe the biggest problem in the game, along with the brain dead AI, is balancing issues. That might be even worse than brain dead AI.
Hey, yeah.
Robbie, I ain't hating the game. I said it's a good game, but it's nothing special. Gotta be these fucking things around. Just let them die. Broken.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Jesus Christ. Not bad, 10k damage. Wish I could just so passionate about it that it's not politics. Yeah. I wouldn't call it great. I would call it a bit above mediocre in the current state.
Regis! Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be another way in around here.
You a freaking tube. Straight into Kiki Morse.
Not good. Wars. Some stench.
I call for that fucking thing that destroyed eggs.
Decaying bones. Kikimores must have tunneled into the grave. Something here. Where's that artifact Kira gave me? Interesting.
Cassius Fugaris. Relic what? Silver sword again. Holy shit, I don't know what to do with all of the silver swords. Night soaked. С Raymond Michon.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out. Abruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food?
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name, resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before he lost his hand?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires, there's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being Well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take. I beg you, let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
Kovenarius spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be easy.
You guessed correctly. In addition to Detlef's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures you mentioned. Him and his brethren. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would. With all due respect to your skills, my friend. It will take them some time, nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for a snifter of mandrake.
Rarely say no to a snifter.
Sadly, this is but a weak infusion rather than a proper distillate.
Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
So, think you've set a nice little trap for me? Sorry. Want to get me to confess? Gonna have to try harder.
I love a challenge. In that case, my ears are cocked. What must I do?
How about you get the ball rolling? Reveal one of your secrets. Vampires, intriguing creatures, must lead fascinating lives.
Anything in particular interest you?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, but first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that I could not stand nor move on my own. Detlef bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. If not for him, I wouldn't be here, and I'd have regenerated far slower. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact, constituting the exact opposite of the monstrous vampire the populace imagines.
Bruges, you say? Rebirth make you sentimental?
Perhaps a dash. But what of you? Where have you been? Ever find your Cyrilla?
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back. Defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I was absent.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now.
There is no Witcher without Geralt. We'll see. I don't know. They can do whatever the fuck they like, is their title.
Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about. What happens after death?
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well founded? Well, that I do not know. We vampires differ exceedingly from you humans. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form. We require neither a heart, nor a brain, nor air to breathe.
But were you dead?
As humans understand death, yes.
Feel anything? Understand anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very unsettling. Something I cannot even name, for I did no reasoning. Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable fear. If not for Detlef, I might have drowned in an eternity of icy terror.
Can't have been alive then. Sheesh, experience like that must be vicious.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Yet you are aware we don't see death as you do. The way you cling to life, we find it entirely peculiar. You are mortals, ergo it's a foregone conclusion. You will die. It's but a question of time. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard. To die at 20 years, 40, even 100, what's the difference? They're all but the blink of an eye.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got 1,000,000 crowns to spend can't possibly understand one who's only got 20.
Very true. One's outlook can indeed change much.
Got a new life, new body. That give you a new start, blank slate?
Starting all anew is a very broad concept. What exactly do you mean?
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same, if it still remembers. Maybe if you drank now, you wouldn't get hooked.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regeneration and whether propensities carry over.
Fair enough. Curiosity, that's all. Sorry.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity is a natural reaction under the circumstances, apart from which I've always valued that trait in you.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate. A hand growing back is one thing, but Detlef recreating you out of a wet smear? Something else entirely.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you too had quite the adventure. They say you lost your memory.
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back. Actually, pretty damn lucky I only had amnesia.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race kills one of us, we can be reborn with a living higher vampire's help. However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires long ago swore never to fight one another.
You can tell Geralt's story from the start, when he first became Witcher. They got like, what, 100 years to tell, because span from Witcher 1 to Witcher 3 is 5 to 10 years, okay, of Geralt's life. And he's around 100 years old. So they got at least 80 years to cover.
All right, give you one question. What do you want to know?
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a Witcher?
See, Regis. Doubt I'd know how to be anything else.
Ever tried?
See, you're determined to get an answer, to find out if I like being a Witcher. Just refuse to ask directly, as always. I like being on the path. Like picking up a lead, a trail. I like the tension right before a fight. And nothing gets my adrenaline flowing like battling a beast. Even gotten used to people treating me like a freak, an outcast. Yeah, not something I think about much, but I like being a Witcher.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege of the very few.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. It'll return soon, don't doubt that for a moment. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons for miles around.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last spotted white before I was born.
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your brethren's onslaught. It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived entirely unmolested.
Know anything else about this curse?
I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote, no more.
Come on, search your memory. Something, anything could be important.
I believe it had a relation to hunger, or, perhaps greed, rapacity. Someone was punished for something...
Textbook definition of a curse, pretty much.
Sorry, Geralt, I try not to clutter my mind with the details of every far-fetched tale I happen to hear. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct, and a curse, in one place. That a coincidence, or are they related?
Ah, professional curiosity. Personally, I've nothing against you delving into this dilemma, but please remember we need the whites' saliva. Nothing beyond that.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in spoons.
Spoons?
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this
It's a
news.
great quest.
Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some saliva from that white. Uses it in its brews.
Do you imagine the white will simply sell you some?
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there, I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands will do fine indeed.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later. I shall start by perusing some tomes.
Tomes? Thought you were gonna make this decoction.
We require one last ingredient. Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle toilsome. Thus, I hope to identify a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Spotted white. Best defense against spotted white. Stay calm and leave them alone. It's a great quest. I just remembered it now. How far is it? Quite. What are you doing, jump? Dear God, man.
Giddy up.
The spookiest quest in the game. Yes, I believe it is with the white. But there is one spookier. It's with a hind. When you play it for the first time, okay.
Bandages.
What's that about?
What is this about for you?
The dressings, bandages. Where did I put them?
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
What? Oh, but he breathed still a moment ago.
Mm-hmm. Breathed his last then. Bled to death. Legs broken. Femoral arteries ruptured. Wound like that, you're dead in minutes.
Gods.
What happened here exactly?
I was fully loaded when I heard screams. This one crawled towards the road, then drooped to the ground, lost consciousness. I jumped down to help him, dress his wounds. Then you appeared.
Stand and step away from him.
What? Me? But what is your grief?
Don't make me say it again. That's good advice.
Will you tell me what it is you seek?
Needed to see if you were lying. You'd be covered in blood if you dealt those wounds. Just got it on your hands, though, so all's in order.
Who might you be, precisely?
A witcher.
Oh. Do you expect some beast might have killed him?
See what we have here. Legs broken, but cause of death's the wound. Small but deep, edges unfrayed. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe a wyvern's. Tough to say, and... breastplate's unusual. Dented. It's got a patina.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is... why did he done it?
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from. From that house, I'm assuming, but need to investigate. Got some work to do. So long.
What on earth is this shit now?
Wait, I will come with you.
Gotta be kidding. This isn't a garden romp. Whatever killed him's damn dangerous and
it might still prowl the area, so if it's all the same, I'd prefer to accompany you.
So be it. But stay close, keep it down, and don't touch a thing.
Extreme cosplay.
Trail leads to the house on the hill.
Which stands silent as a grave.
Strange armor. Wounds unusual too. What's going on here?
So much from the main quest, eh?
broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property, probably, after he didn't manage to open the gate. Damn it.
Good gods.
What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion? Did none survive? Gods.
What the hell's this? Setting for a banquet?
It seems so. What's your suspicion? Did none survive? Gods.
Servant. Stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this is the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings. Torso punctured with great force. Blow pierced hardened steel. Man on the high road. Breastplate was identical. Throats massacred. One mighty blow. Shield along sides old and dented. Sword ceremonial. And Shay handiwork clearly.
Shade. Here.
Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices.
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Burn marks. Something catch fire. Explode. Strong stench. Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victim's human, but the attire's elven.
Are you certain? How did he come by it? We've so few non-humans in Tucson.
Fled, then dropped to the ground to douse the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee. Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Perhaps there's no one inside after.
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen, you gotta answer some questions first. You mentioned them. Who do you mean?
Those, I don't know what they were. Spirits. It all occurred of a sudden. We were staging a scene. The event of paying homage. There was a flash of light that blinded me completely. I heard cries, though saw nothing. Then felt my own robes were in flames. I broke and ran, threw off my doublet, leapt in here and it shut and locked the door behind me. They pounded on the door. I thought they would get through. I thought I was done for, but in the end, it grew calm.
Who are you exactly?
Durant Faucher Plamondon de Safaran, Lord of these lands, and Chairman of the Society of Friends of the History of Tucson. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the Elfin Homage. But something like this, why, it's a first.
So while reenacting a scene from the past, somehow, unintentionally, you summoned a specter, a Korgorath, or a tube, maybe.
What? What now?
Best thing? You gotta do it again, of course.
Are you mad? Would you have this thing kill us?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. Summon it again, whatever it is, and tend to it once and for all. Durand, Think I can reenact the pledge, the giving of homage, alone?
It was a great, momentous event. The surrender of Tucson's last elfin king. You will need at least 3 individuals.
Damn it. Can't risk. Can't expose you to danger.
Master, if what you say is true, then I was the cause of this massacre. Unintentionally, yet nonetheless, I've a duty to assist you. A moral one.
Gods have us in their care. I shall help as well.
Let's get to work. Start by clearing the corpses. Got some time. Won't start the reenactment before nightfall. Things of this sort are a lot more likely to work after dusk. One last thing, though. My pay. Don't work for free, you know.
Understood. Just keep the danger at bay, and I shall be generous. Through and through.
Hope it's not a quest where I need to keep these idiots alive.
I will stand, or rather, sit in for King Ludovic upon the elfin throne, while you, Witcher, will play the Enche ruler. We must don the costumes. All must be just right.
Divethaf, the Elven King, hosted Ludovic in his own palace upon his own throne, amidst the blinding glow of a plethora of torches.
Allow me to save. Not today. Red. One.
Divethaf laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binnen and elfin bread, thus granting humans rule over seed-yielding lands. Divethaf filled the ornate at long last. The elfin king grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans.
Draw the elven sword and a shield. For real?
King, erect in his pride, drew his blade and dropped to his knees, thus acknowledging his final defeat.
I don't need to kill it, eh? I can go back now. Or was I wearing iris?
Ludovic then spake.
I accept your allegiance and shall return in 1 year's time to...
Ah! Look! Look! The statues!
Impossible! God's mother!
Dear God, that damage during cinematic. Come on! Come on! Who the fuck is doing that shit? Bloody witches? Yes, jeez. Gonna get one-shotted if I get hit, that's for sure. This ain't real. Disgusting fight. Disgusting. Fucking horse. Not fun, man. Not fun at all.
The sculptures, they came alive. By what witchcraft?
Dunno. Specialize in killing monsters. Reviving them, not so much.
I may know what happened. The statues, you see, once stood in the palace of one Defethov. I acquired them a month past because perhaps I should start at the beginning. This Defethov was to pay tribute to humans, producing statues of this sort each year. Yet he did so but once, for he perished in the massacre of non-humans at the foot of Mount Gorgon in the year 782. It's fortunate he did too, as Defethov had planned Ludovic's downfall, for he sculpted not statues, but columns that masqueraded as such. Columns activated with words said in homage. Columns that
You don't
would
remember
turn
it
the
because
king
it's the
and
map
his
encounter.
bodyguards into
You
so
don't get it in
much colorful
quests.
confetti.
Only if you encounter that on the
Typical
map.
treachery embodied. Elves. Psheh.
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory. You humans took it, but you still weren't sated. Had to cut the elves down, every last one.
You? What does that mean? You're a man as we are.
Yeah, in a way. Just ashamed to have to admit it sometimes.
Your words, they're wrong, Witcher. But I'll not let you leave empty-handed. Take this, your reward.
Farewell.
That was a disgusting fight. Very, very disgusting fight. Could have get one-shotted easily. Short pause, 1 minute, need to take a piss. Be right back very fast. Track. Track. What's the vape I'm using? Vismec S80. That's the name. It mimics cigarette. It's not a vape like classic vape, where you inhale straight into lungs. It's mouth to lung. Are those statues left anything for us? No.
You do best to leave. Resume your path, master.
Now I go for the white. Disgusting fight, this one. Although
Let's go.
Roberta Woods. Goblins.
Our guests.
Bar guests.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Geralt would say, you might want to look around, so...
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred.
Damn place this one.
realized she was changing into a monster, recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship must have graced a rich man's table.
Spoons everywhere. Little
Smashed
spoons.
mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. The monster. Journal's author, maybe? No spoon you have shall say to you. Whatever lives here treated that literally. Still searching for the right spoon.
Eat with a freaking fork, man.
Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. A spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Skeletons. Doubt they came here willingly. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It'd make sense. No claw or fang marks. Probably choked to death. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy. Reflection in the mirror.
I'll do a manual save. I think I remember the quest. You can kill, or you can eat with white.
Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Table set. White who lives here is getting ready for some sort of feast. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse, and it's been trying desperately to lift it. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron's empty, unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. Afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon. Pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Thousands of them here. White's been a collector for years.
It's a spoon graveyard. Look at this shit. I have a key for this guy. A spoon-like key. Let's hide. First, I want to see the boss fight. I saved. Then we're gonna leave the curse.
Damn it. Gotta catch it. Seems I'll have to kill the white in its own junk heap.
One. Spoon tricks, man. Saliva gland and a white trophy. Disgusting white key. She had a fork, by the way. I'm gonna leave the curse. I just wanted to
White salivary glands will have to do for Regis. By the time I got them to him. What does the white have here? Nothing at all seems like. Nothing at all. Let's try to lift the curse.
That Eremite, it's fucking OP. Insane damage. Nope, that's a bad one. Quick save was good. Try to leave the curse. Leave the curse.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. Tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. Need to get this right. Words of the curse were, none shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Likeness.
You got toxic.
Think it worked. Just not quite like I expected. Need
Follow
to
the
see what happened
stench.
to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench.
Fucking hell.
What now, you piece of filth?
fuck?
Shh, easy. Not gonna hurt you.
Eat. I must eat.
I'll take you someplace safe.
Corvo Bianco.
So I took her by the hand and led her here. Seemed the only sensible place for her.
You did the right thing, sir. She should recover quickly here. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands. She'll soon be back on her feet.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when I found her.
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlene. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms. He had a bowl and a spoon with him. He sat outside her fence and waited.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink to such a guest lest he depart hungry. To neglect the custom is to bring great misfortune down upon oneself.
Marlene didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off, saying she'd rather feed the leftovers from her feast to her dogs than to give the beggar anything. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. She was beautiful, so he said she'd never wish to look at herself in the mirror again. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to sit and dine with her. And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table, he swore she'd never find a spoon in the world that would sate her hunger.
A harsh punishment. I imagine lifting the curse was hardly simple.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlene had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her. Didn't work.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last that come to mind. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard to find willing human company for a feast.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. Please, don't worry. She will be in good hands here.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
Well, the white is done. There's only rages left. And I think I got one contract, 85 and I'm 80. That's 5 levels above me. And we got a merchant at 83. The rest are fetch quests. Fetch quests that I won't do. Let's see what does the map says. 1 million question marks. I might do them for blood and wine only. I didn't want to do them on Skellige, Velen and Novigrad. But I might do them for blood and wine. More than 50. More than fucking 50. I'll need the entire day just for that. I might do it. We'll see. Guys, it's nearly 1 a.m. I'm bloody dead. We'll continue tomorrow. It's gonna be a far longer stream tomorrow. Today it was only 4 hours. People, thanks for watching. I wish you all good night. Be seeing you back soon.